In the shadowed halls of ancient Rome, where emperors rose and fell like autumn leaves in a gale, one man whispered a truth that echoed through the ages. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. But what if the line between friend and foe blurs in the mist of human ambition? Imagine standing atop a mountain peak, the world sprawling beneath you, winds howling with promise, yet a single misplaced step, born of blind trust, could send you plummeting into the abyss. This is the epic saga of self-mastery, where vigilance becomes your unbreakable shield and wisdom your guiding star. In a world teeming with dreams and desires, where every soul pursues their own horizon, the greatest heroes are those who forge their path with eyes wide open, hearts fortified against the tempests of betrayal. Picture the grand tapestry of life, kings and queens, warriors and sages, all woven together by threads of alliance and aspiration. Yet beneath the surface, each thread pulls toward its own end. The merchant seeks profit, the lover craves security, the ally hungers for power. These are not sins, but the raw forces of existence, the currents that propel humanity forward. To navigate them, you must become the captain of your own vessel, steering through treacherous waters with unyielding resolve. Trust, that fragile bridge over chasms of uncertainty, must be built not on sand, but on stone, measured, tested, and never absolute. For in the closeness of bonds lies both the warmth of fire and the risk of its burn. Consider the legends of old. Achilles, invincible save for his heel, felled not by a distant foe, but by an arrow guided by intimate knowledge. Or Julius Caesar, surrounded by senators he called brothers, only to feel the sting of daggers from those very hands. These tales are not mere history. They are eternal warnings etched in the stars, reminding us that proximity amplifies power, for good or ill. The confidant who shares your secrets holds the key to your kingdom. The partner who knows your weaknesses can wield them like a blade. But fear not this reality, for it is the forge that tempers your spirit. Embrace it as the hero embraces the quest, transforming potential peril into profound strength. To rise above, cultivate the art of discerning observation. Watch the subtle dances of motive, like an eagle surveying the plains. Does a friend's counsel align with your ascent, or subtly steer you toward their gain? In business empires or personal odysseys, alliances form the scaffolding of success, yet they must be inspected like ancient bridges before crossing. Offer trust in increments, as a gardener tends seedlings, nurture but prune when shadows creep. This is not cynicism, but the exalted prudence of the wise, the fuel that propels visionaries to summits others dare not dream. Motivation surges from this vigilance. It liberates you from the chains of naivety, granting the freedom to pursue glory unhindered. Imagine the thrill of building an empire, knowing your foundations are unassailable. Each interaction becomes a strategic symphony, where you conduct with grace, anticipating notes before they sound. The closest circles, family, lovers, comrades, offer the richest rewards, yet demand the keenest guard. Their intimacy is a double-edged sword. Wield it to carve paths of mutual triumph, but sheath it against unforeseen turns. In epic narratives, heroes triumph not by isolation, but by masterful alliances. Odysseus, cunning voyager, trusted his crew but verified their loyalty through trials. So too must you. Share visions, inspire loyalty, but retain the inner sanctum inviolate. This balance ignites inner fire, turning vulnerability into valor. When others falter from misplaced faith, you soar, unbreakable. Let this truth empower you. In acknowledging universal interests, you honor the human spirit's drive. It is not division, but the catalyst for authentic connections, built on respect, not illusion. As the sun rises on your journey, stand tall, eyes piercing the veil. The world is yours to conquer, not because you distrust, but because you understand. Forge ahead, warrior of the soul, for in this wisdom lies the key to eternal victory. Amid the thunderous clash of medieval battles, where knights charged under banners of honor, a lone strategist in the tower pondered. All men are moved by self-interest, yet the wise king rules by aligning them with his own. Envision yourself as that sovereign, perched on a throne of destiny, commanding the forces of fate with an iron will cloaked in velvet. The arena of life roars with ambition's lions, and only those who master the art of guarded alliance emerge as legends. This is the grand odyssey of empowerment, where caution becomes your crown and insight your scepter, elevating you to realms where lesser souls stumble in the dark. The cosmos itself teaches this lesson. Stars burn brightly in isolation, yet in constellations they form guiding patterns, each pursuing its own light, yet contributing to the whole. Humanity mirrors this celestial dance. Every individual orbits their own sun of desires. The mentor imparts wisdom to shape legacies. The companion shares burdens to ease their own. These are the harmonies of existence, the rhythms that drive progress and innovation. To thrive, become the maestro, attuned to every note, ensuring your symphony resounds with triumph. Absolute trust is the siren's call, luring ships to jagged rocks. Tempered awareness is the compass that charts safe passage. Draw from the annals of greatness. Queen Elizabeth I, who navigated courts rife with intrigue, confiding fully in none, yet inspiring devotion that built an empire. Or Sun Tzu, the ancient sage of war, who declared, "Know thyself, know thy enemy," extending this to allies, for the line shifts like desert sands. These icons did not dwell in paranoia, but in enlightened command, turning potential threats into pillars of strength. The nearer the bond, the deeper the insight they grant, and the sharper the wound if motives diverge. Yet this knowledge is your elixir, transmuting risk into resilience. In your quest for mastery, hone the skill of layered loyalty. Like a fortress with moats and walls, extend trust in rings, outer for acquaintances, inner for the select, yet even there, reserve a vault for your core truths. Observe actions over words, as a hunter reads tracks in the forest. Does a close one's support uplift your banner, or subtly unfurl their own? In realms of love or legacy, this discernment sparks motivation, fueling your ascent with unquenchable fire. It frees you to dream boldly, knowing your flanks are secured not by blind faith, but by strategic wisdom. Epic motivation flows from this stance. It positions you as the architect of your fate, unyielding against manipulation's whispers. Envision scaling Everest, each step calculated, companions roped but independently verified. The joy of true camaraderie blooms brighter when rooted in reality, not delusion. Challenge yourself to probe gently through shared ventures, observe alignments, and watch your influence expand like a conquering tide. Remember, this is the path of heroes. Alexander the Great trusted his generals but tested their mettle in battle's forge. Emulate this, and your life becomes a saga of victories. In family hearths or boardroom battles, recognize interests as allies, not adversaries. Harness them to propel collective glory. The closer the tie, the greater the potential for mutual exaltation, provided you steer with vigilant grace. Let this empower your spirit. By embracing universal drives, you celebrate the grandeur of human endeavor. It fosters bonds of steel, forged in awareness, unbreakable in adversity. As dawn breaks on your dominion, rise as the enlightened ruler, gaze unflinching. The throne of achievement awaits, claimed not through suspicion, but through supreme understanding. Charge forth, sovereign of self, for in this eternal vigil lies the essence of immortal success.